this. I was just circling. Said something went wrong. There we go. All right. Oh man, it's got it. Is working on your end? Can you
It's
see it?
working. We up and running, baby.
All right. Let me talk to the people. Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and many of you may not know one of the things that I do for a living is the main thing actually that I started off was being a psychologist. And the reason why I started YouTube a long time ago was because I understood, or in my opinion, I thought Black people didn't take their mental state very seriously. And I studied childhood psychology. And for one of the reasons I studied that is because a lot of problems start there. And I honestly believe that people can be helped more at the childhood stage of life than as they age. And so that's where I wanted to concentrate. Many things I've been through, they started as a child, and I watched other people as the things that happened to them as a child affected them as an adult. Well, I've been doing this for years now, and what I typically do is talk to a person, they set up sessions, and many of you guys have never been able to see them other than people who have been a part of them. I think I'm pretty good at my job, but you know what? You never know. But a man by the name of CJ came and he wanted to talk to me today, and he booked a session. And what I usually do is it's personal, it's behind closed doors. But I would tell some people, you're able to come and do it with me if you'd like for it to be public. This is one of the hardest things for anyone to do, is to have their life exposed to the public. So I appreciate the brother CJ for having this discussion. Now, I have no idea what made him book a session with me, but I'll let you guys be able to be a fly on the wall on how these sessions go. So right now, I'm gonna bring up the brother CJ. CJ, what's going on?
What's going on, Tommy brother? How are you?
I'm doing all right. Well, I try to tell people, one, don't be nervous. I will first off start off by asking you questions so I can find out a little more about you and what brought you. First off, tell me what made you come to me to talk.
Um, just to get a deep dive into like how I think maybe it's something deeper behind it. My girl always tell me I need to get therapy, and I said Tommy's the perfect person to talk to. So
I don't know about
that's
perfect because let me tell you something. I'll piss you off. But here's what I tell people the purpose of therapy is, and here's what I do. It's opening statement all the time. I will not be able to solve your problems. If you came to me thinking that your problems will be solved, you would be sorely mistaken. My job is to make sure that you get off of what it is that I provide. I will not allow you to become a person who says, whatever my problem was, I have fixed it by letting him become my drug. Because the scary part about this is, and a lot of therapists know this, the person loses one drug and makes you their new drug. So now they're going 3, 4 times a week with you, which I only allow 3. And if I can't get rid of you by year 3, I've done not done my job, and I'm a poor psychologist in my opinion. Now, a lot of other people don't believe that because you need people to keep coming so you can keep paying your bills. Not me. I want you to go and be able to do it yourself. And let me tell you how I do it. I give you tools because I don't solve your problems, just like I won't build your house. But I will give you a tool belt, and I will give you tools that you will need to be able to build that house. And what I will give you tools for is to be able to work around the problems that you have, and you'll be able to solve them yourself. But you will not be able to get solutions from me because no matter what I tell you to do, the only person that can do it is you. So we'll start there. How old are you, CJ?
I am 35.
35 years old. How long have you been with this girl?
We've been together on and off almost 4 years, coming up on 4 years in October.
What's caused the on and off?
In the beginning of our relationship, I was stepping out, and now we just can't get past. We can't get over the argument. I say.
Speak directly. Stepping out like Joe Jackson. You mean you was out on town dancing, or was you stepping out like you was cheating? You
I
need to
was
tell
doing
me.
my thing. I was cheating.
No, sir. You got to tell me exactly. Okay, so you were cheating. Was this when you were cheating? Did you tell her that you were in a faithful relationship? Was that the understanding both of you had?
Yes.
So that means you felt the need to lie to her. Tell me why you think you felt the need to lie.
I don't think she would have accepted the opposite. If I would have been like, I'm still in the streets, I think she wouldn't went for that.
So you walked into the relationship manipulating.
Sure. Yes.
Why do you think you needed to manipulate another human being? You said you didn't think that she'd believe or would go for it. So do you like being manipulated?
No.
So why did you want to give someone that?
I didn't really think too much into it at the time. I just thought that's just how life went. People manipulate each other. And
Oh, so you have a history of manipulation. The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes. After you just see, here's what we'll do. I don't ask you many things that I don't know the answer to. And the reason I know the answer to that is because you just said to me, I thought that's what life was. So if you thought that's what life was, that meant that you were comfortable with it and that you expected it and did it. So when I said that that's what you did, your answer should have been immediately yes.
Yes.
I know it sounds weird. And you see why you paused? You paused not because it wasn't true. It just was hard to say it, especially publicly with people watching. Now, if there was nobody watching, it still would be very difficult for you to say it to me because most people who do things have a hard time admitting it out loud that they do them. Masturbation is one. People do it on their own private time. It's hard to get in a circle of people and start admitting, oh, yeah. A lot of things is hard to admit. So, okay. That being said, you came from a bunch of manipulation. Do you think someone manipulated you first, or do you think you manipulated somebody first? If you went back to your memories, where did the manipulation and the understanding that this was a part of life start?
I think I was manipulated first, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just growing up, being around people, women specifically. Just seeing how they move. I can't pinpoint the exact moment when I first but just seeing how life was conducted or how people moved in life.
You said you believe you were manipulated first. Tell me how you think that happened, that manipulation. What was going on?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what was happening. How were you manipulated?
That's tough to answer. Oh, I can go back to.
That's the job. That's my job.
I was with a girl. This was crazy. I was like 14. She was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
And she was so she was my dad wife's daughter's daughter.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
Or stepsister.
Step niece, I think.
Your dad's wife. Well, that sounds crazy. I don't even know how to go with this. You said she was your what?
Your dad's wife's daughter.
Your dad's wife's daughter's daughter. Wow, that's a long way down the list. So go ahead.
So we was messing around. So we was messing around in the house, and she started messing with my brother.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, that's I guess that's a good memory that comes to mind.
And so at that time,
she lied to me, it's a bunch of lies.
And at that time, you were 14.
About 14.
Whew. How did it make you feel once you realized you were being lied to, especially in that manner? How did it make you feel?
I say betrayed.
Did you think you had an understanding with her?
Yeah, I thought I had an understanding.
What do you think the understanding was?
That we were together, kind of like messing around. We were on the same page, like we were on that level.
And how old was she?
She was 12.
How old was your brother?
He's a year older than me, so 15.
Okay. Let me now ask you this then. If that's the age of both of them, What type of relationship did y'all have back then at such a young age? Was it a physical relationship, or was it just mentally you believed you guys meant more?
It kind of got physical, but I didn't know what I was doing, so we never really took it all the way there.
Mhm.
But we were trying to.
All right, now tell me the first real time you had a situation like that. The first real situation you had to where it was more of, hey, this is a real experience, this is a real relationship, this matters to me. When did you have that kind of relationship that hurt you, that ended up causing you a problem?
I think it's this relationship.
Oh, okay. And that's at mid-30s. Tell me how you felt manipulated and how you manipulated, because I know you said you cheated. Were you the first to step out?
Yes, from what I know.
Are you the only to step out?
From what I know.
Hmm?
From what I know, yes.
Okay. Do you believe you're the only to step out?
I believe it. Yeah.
All right. So you stepped out, she hasn't. Can you explain to me why you believe that you've been able to step out and she refused to?
Um, I stepped out early. I would say before I liked her the way I liked her now, like her now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think she liked me more back then, so she didn't want to like. She didn't. I think she just was interested in me at the time, and I was kind of like more playing the field.
Yeah, but what about now? You said she still hadn't stepped out.
I just think she loved me.
Do you have a fear that she will?
No,
Okay. So you don't have a fear that she will, and you have stepped out. So do you think that means you take her for granted?
no.
What do you think it means that you know she won't do what you are doing?
Um, that's just not in her character. I believe.
Okay, understandable. All right, so she won't do it. Why do you think she's staying with you even though you have done it?
I think she likes me enough to look past that, but she always brings it up, and we always it's always a fight. It's a fight, damn near every other day.
Give me an example of how that fight might go. A day in the life of a fight about CJ doing his Joe Jackson impression and stepping out.
So it was my birthday. I had started a new job at casino.
You fucked around on your birthday. Is that what you're about
I
to tell
didn't
me?
fuck around, Tommy.
Okay, I was just
So
saying.
we was going out. The girl called me on Instagram. I did not answer that call. We had just gotten the car, right? You know how the
Mhm.
phone call connects to the Bluetooth. So the phone call popped up on the Bluetooth. So she's like, answer it, answer it. I'm like, I'm not answering this call. But the thing is, I never did anything with that girl. So I'm like, I'm not answering this call. She got mad. She damn near fought with me the whole night. She wanted to go, she wanted to leave. She like, I'm not. We went to eat. I ended up paying for the dinner. She was supposed to pay for it. I ended up paying for it. She was like, I really don't want to be here. I want to leave.
And well, did you understand her not wanting to be there if you had this phone call that came through while she's thinking she's having, because she had already experienced the fact that you had stepped out, right? But she had forgiven you for it. But yet then now on this call, there's a call here on a night in which you and I are supposed to be having a good time, a grand old time. And this girl, you're constantly reminding me of what went wrong and what hurts me. Do you understand that part of it?
Yes.
So how do you feel knowing that not only did you do something that hurt her feelings, something that you felt at 14 years old, you manipulated and you know how bad it hurt. Not only did you hurt her, but now you reminded her of the hurt.
It was tough. I understand that it's tough getting over something that dramatic.
And yet you didn't give her at that moment what she needed was for you to answer the phone. Why not?
Because I didn't know what the girl was gonna say. I didn't know like I really didn't know what the girl was gonna say. I never dealt with the girl, but we would flirt a little bit, and I think she was interested in me.
Mm-hmm.
So she called me on Instagram. It was my birthday, and I had just like something happened at the job, so she was trying to figure out what happened. So I was
The
like,
worst. one of the worst feelings you left that girl with was the feeling of not knowing. I can explain to you from a personal experience. I had a girl that had cheated on me, and then she claimed she'd never cheat again. I looked in her phone one day, and apparently there was 2 calls from some guy who had her as his emergency contact. And this was on a day in which I had been taking her out, had been spoiling her, food, did everything. So these 2 calls came in. So it was obvious she had her phone off, which she claims she never does, because this phone didn't ring. I was with her the whole time. This man has you as his emergency contact. Now, if she was doing nothing wrong, she would have immediately said, hey, I don't know what this is about. Because when you're doing nothing wrong, you make sure. But what she did was hid it. When I looked through her phone and I saw it and I addressed her, she said, well, I didn't know what to do when I saw it. And I thought, but he called twice. Twice. So the first time you didn't know, the second time you didn't know. But after you cheated on me, you told me you would not lie to me anymore. Those were your words. You said, I will not lie to you anymore. Yet you lied. She swears up and down they were doing nothing. But why would you want me to spend the rest of my life feeling like that sounds like a lie? Because I don't know a man who accidentally has your number as his emergency contact. That just does not happen. That is a complete lie. But yet that's the lie in the heel she's dying on. And let me tell you something. It's the same thing you did to her when you would not answer that phone. You're asking that girl to now not only live with the fact that you stepped out, but live with the fact that you'll lie that easily to her, and she has to figure these things out. The person might stay with you, but you make them feel insecure. You make her feel inadequate. And that is something you should never want with someone who, do you guys live together?
No.
That is, but you've been together 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
What type of proximity do you guys have? Do you see each other how often?
About every other day. Once every other day.
Oh, so you see each other a lot.
Very often, yeah.
Imagine what this girl has to feel every time she sees you with your phone in your hand. Every time she doesn't see you with your phone in your hand. Every time she's not with you. What you're doing when you don't answer the phone. You have made her feel insecure and inadequate. You know how that felt at the age of 14 when the girl you really liked was messing with your brother. How do you feel about giving her that feeling now that I've walked you to what she currently feels? How do you feel about that?
I agree, and I hate that I made her feel that way. I wish I could change it. It's nothing I could do to change it. That's what.
Do you really wish you could change it?
I wish I could change it.
What if I gave you a way you could change it?
It better not be called that girl. That was like 2 years ago. That was like 2 years ago. And yeah, that was so long ago. And she brings up other stuff. It is. And that night, it's a little deeper because that night she went through my Instagram and another girl was like, why'd you leave? Right. And then I replied to the girls because she made me so mad that night. I ended up replying to the girl messages. I ended up writing the girls back on Instagram. And I called one of them, baby. I said, I'm gonna miss you, baby. And oh yeah, she flipped out.
Okay, let's get to this. It's all fun and games, and there is, and I'm glad when I said, what if I gave you a reason? You knew what would be a way you could do it. You knew this. So I don't have to walk you down that. But here's what I do need to walk you down. Why do you think when you were saying to the other woman, I'm going to miss you, baby? And why do you think when you were saying to the other women, many of them you have not even met, you were just reaching out to them? Why do you think you're reaching out to these people while you have someone?
Well, I met them. They all worked with me.
Oh.
So they reached out to me and asked me why I left that job. So I was like, so that's why I said all those things.
So everybody that you're talking to on social media is people you've already met?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think you are reaching out to them and talking to them in that way, being flirtatious with them when you have someone? Why do you think you're doing this?
Well, that night she had ruined the whole night, so I was like, I'm
You
not
had
told
already
her.
talked to this person beforehand. They were calling you beforehand. Do not do what you're
She
doing.
wasn't caught.
I will not let you do this. You cannot blame her for the fact that this is something that you said you felt was normal behavior, even though you feel it's normal, you don't want her to do the same thing to you. So you must think it's only normal for what, men?
No.
You think
So
it's normal behavior, but yet you will be in a relationship where she doesn't do it.
the thing is, like I said, I never messed with those girls though, Tommy. I just got those
I
incidents,
asked
and
you about flirting. Did I not say you have to stay? Remember, you have to listen to me as I said it. I said, what is making you want to flirt with these people?
I'm just a flirt.
Okay, R. Kelly.
I can't help it. Like women flirt with me, I flirt back. I don't know, Tommy. It's a part of me.
We need to find out why. Why is it a part of you?
All
What
right.
something makes you feel? Again, if you have a job and you kept sending your resume out to other jobs, there has to be a reason. Maybe you're not comfortable or confident in the job that you're with. Maybe you think, I don't ever want to be caught without a job. See, I'm trying to find out, because that's why you paid me, to find out. Why do you feel the need to do this? So tell me, in your mind, why do you think you need to have a roster of people while you're with someone who doing that behavior makes them feel like this?
Well, I would say in the beginning, I just was exploring my options.
Mhm.
Towards the end, or like towards right now, I've definitely like lessened up or done it a lot less. Um, I have. So I haven't cheated on her in a while.
Tell me what a while would be,
2 years.
out of curiosity. 2 years. And how does she feel about you saying you, if she were to talk to me right now, would she believe that you haven't cheated in a while?
She would. I don't
You
know
don't,
what she would believe. She believe whatever she want to believe. So she
you
thinks
don't,
so. Go
you have
ahead.
no idea what she feels right now.
She think I'm a liar and I'm sneaky.
Thank you. Come on, you
That's
know.
how she feel about me. She think I'm a liar. I'm sneaky. Um,
Okay. Do you think you're a liar and you're sneaky?
I think I'm pretty honest. Um,
But you just said you're a manipulator. That circumvents honest.
I,
You can't
I
be
try not.
a
I try
honest
not.
manipulator.
I, that's a fact. I think we all. I'm pretty honest. I'm not honest 100%, but I try to be as
Okay.
honest as I could be. Now I believe like we've all told lies, and I
Yes.
lie every now and then just to. I mean, not just to, I lie, not just to, but you know when you feel like you caught in a situation, you might have to lie to get out of that situation, and yeah,
But
but I
what if
try to be as honest as I
what
can.
if you're being, do you think lying, I believe I can agree with lying to get out of a situation I know I did something wrong. Are you saying those are the situations you typically lie when you believe you've done something wrong? So you don't
Yeah,
lie and then to find out that you were lying about something you didn't do anything wrong. Like that would be
yeah,
ridiculous,
no,
man.
yeah, no.
Okay, well, hopefully the bitch I was talking to hear you just say that, because that don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry. That don't make no sense to lie about something you do nothing wrong. That's
Like,
I
yeah,
don't know who do that, but you
oh,
know you have
are
people
you trying
lying
to?
to you trying to tell you,
Are you
oh, I
trying
just told a random lie. But anyway, that being said, then in the 2 years in which you've been faithful, why do you think you've done that?
to keep her happy, kind of to be an honest man, or to keep her happy? I would say
Has it been difficult?
it has been very difficult because
What's
she's not
made it
happy no
difficult?
matter what I do.
No. What's made it difficult for you? It's been difficult. I was okay. Let me probably
Okay.
clarify. Was it difficult for you to be honest and not cheat?
It's a little difficult.
What makes it difficult?
Um, I'm just a flirtatious guy. I like vagina. Um, women like me for the most part, and I like vagina, and I get tired of the same vagina over and over. Like you get tired of the same vagina over and over, over and over and over.
How often are you two sexually active in a week?
Every other day, yeah, every other day, every 2 days, 3 days.
If CJ had it his way, how often would he be sexually active with her, and how often would he be sexually active with other women?
Mm. I'll give her 2 days, 2 days a week, and the other women 2 days a week.
Okay. Do you believe this would make you happy, or do you think it would make you want more? We're just going by belief.
I think it'd make me pretty satisfied. I'd be pretty satisfied. I get 2 different girls every week, right? Not the same 2 girls.
No, I'm letting you. You need to design this thing the way you'd like it.
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty sensationable.
Okay. Satiable, but yes.
English, Tommy, English.
You were close. The fact that you even thought to use the word, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. It's doing this weird thing. I don't know why it does that. But I'm impressed at the fact that you were able to use the word. So kudos. But if you had it the way you wanted it, you said you'd be happy. Why have you not thought that you could say this to her?
Because she be like, I ain't going for that. You go get you another girl if you going for that. If you think I'm going for that.
How do you know she'll say this?
Because usually that's her answer for everything.
And if you know you'd be happier in another situation, why wouldn't you go get another one?
I think that situation would be too difficult to find.
And
I appreciate. I like my girl. I think I love my girl, and I think she's.
You know, the first thing you told me though was fear. You fear that if you lose her, you won't find what you're looking for, and then you won't have her. And I will tell you, it is one of the most selfish things. It is the number one problem when you use manipulation to get someone, because you take from them their ability to have what they want. You take from them their ability to say yes or no. And you learned at 14 how bad that felt. And here you are 20 years later doing what bothered you, what hurt you, because your first words weren't, because you could have said, those are things that I kind of would want to do or like to do, but I'd rather be with my girl than do those things. You said, I don't think I can find it. You're operating out of fear, which is taking someone else's ability to choose away from them. You will never be happy because every day you see her, you're going to see what you don't have. And every day she sees you, she sees how you don't feel. She can see that you aren't happy because she can't give you what she knows you want. And you can see that you're not happy because you see she can't give you what you know you want. You could talk to her, but you're afraid. You could leave, but you're afraid. And this fear had to come from somewhere. Now, either you have a fear of being alone, you have separation issues, or what? So then now I ask, what is your relationship after the 14? What was your thought and relationship of women after that happened to you at 14? How do you view women?
I still didn't really understand women. I wouldn't say I didn't understand them.
Oh, no, not that you didn't understand them. How did you view them? See, I don't understand snakes, but I view them as I ain't want to let them get around me because they might bite me. I had feared them. I don't understand them, but I feared them. How did you feel about women after this happened?
I felt like it was just a one-off. I felt like it was just her. I think I didn't have a mistrust in women at that time.
What happened with the next woman? What was the next real relationship you got in? Unless it was the one that you were having now, which means that you had a big 20-year block of you never tried.
No, I still
So,
dealt with women.
no. But I'm saying,
Um,
but you didn't deal with them in a serious manner,
no, I
did
did.
you? Okay.
I did.
What happened with those relationships?
The next one, I'll go to my ex. I kind of wasn't shit in that relationship.
Meaning,
How did it start off? Oh my God. So that relationship started. It was cool. It was a big point in that relationship when we went to Dominican Republic. I went with my. It was me and my girl and my friend and his girl, or a girl he met like a couple weeks before. So this story crazy. Um,
it's the truth. Tell the truth.
what happened? So that night, I think the first night, I think my friend might have got into it with his girl. So then it kind of transferred, the energy kind of transferred over to me and my girl. The second night, we were cool. We ended up having sex. She ended up getting drunk. Me and my boy went out to what happens in Dominican Republic. We went out looking for girls.
Mm-hmm.
She was called. My girl was calling me. She was drunk as hell. I left at the hotel room though. She was asleep when I left. She was drunk. We went out looking for girls. She called me a couple times. I got back. She ended up telling me that she was raped on the trip. She was raped. She said that she was looking for me, and some guy was on the beach and said that he told her, said that she knew where he knew where I was at.
A random guy knew where you was at.
No, Tommy, this story. So I was heartbroken. I'm crying the whole time. I'm talking to my brother, like, what happened? Like, I don't know what happened. He like, maybe she lying. I'm like, maybe she is lying, but I'm still like heartbroken. I was a crybaby growing up, and I'm kind of still kind of a teary-eyed guy. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I was just like, I couldn't get over it. And we got back, but she was acting like nothing happened after that. Like the trip, she was still just as sexual. Like she never. I don't think she brought it up too many times, maybe once or twice
But
after
nobody
that.
went to the police. Nobody, y'all just had
Okay,
this
didn't go
statement,
to the
and
police.
you still hit it right after that.
I hit it right after that. I hit it. It wasn't immediately. I didn't hit it on the same trip. We waited till we got home. And yeah, I'm like, I don't know if the girl was lying or not, because it don't make sense. So,
I'm sorry. I'm just can imagine this discussion that I was looking for you and I got great.
it was a crazy story.
Where's my lucky
So then,
charm?
sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying it just sounds but so how were you a bad person when you were out that night? What were
Oh,
you doing as she was as Paco was taking advantage of her?
I was out there buying prostitutes.
So she was just walking around drunk looking for you and you felt guilty because of what you were out doing. When y'all got back home, you didn't really address anything, but you still feel guilty. You think you were a bad guy. What ultimately caused this relationship to
Well,
end?
that's not why I thought I was a bad guy. It was more than that. It was um. So I'll tell you this story too. Oh my God, we was at
Mhm.
a party, and it was her party, I think, and she had some friends there, and I was flirting with one of her. I was, I was talking to a guy there, and I was like, I would do her, and I guess word got back to my girl, and she was like, you was talking to people, telling them that you had sex with my friends,
Mhm.
and that story happened. So then she was mad about that.
Mhm.
Um, just a bunch of drama.
So I'm hearing again, but how did it ultimately end?
She moved to Texas. She said she couldn't stand being around me. She moved to Texas. She blocked me.
How did you feel about that relationship's ultimate end?
Oh, one more story.
Please.
So I was at home. She came over one night. I had sex with a different girl, and the condom was in the trash can. It was on top. So when she walked in my room and she seen the condom and she started flipping out, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. At this point, I didn't really care. I was like, I don't care. Either lay down or get the fuck out. I think she ended up laying down with me. And yeah.
Okay, so you have an example of when you said, "This what I want," it happened. You said you told her to lay down or leave, and she laid down.
And on that trip to Dominican Republic, we got into an argument, and I told her I'd never be monogamous,
And she stayed.
and she stayed.
So you have proof that it does work. The problem is you lied to them and you lied to yourself. You think now the reason I asked you these questions about how these relationships ended, because it seems like maybe part of what you enjoy is the manipulation. What if I told you, if a woman told you you can have me and 2 other women, that I don't think you'd be happy with that.
You might be right. You might be right, Tommy.
Why do you think I might be right?
Because I think I might be insatiable when it comes to women, when it comes to vagina, when it comes to, I might just not want the same thing. That's what I think it is. I can't get comfortable.
Now take that "in" out when you're saying that word. Insatiable.
I was so close.
You were close. That's what I'm saying. I like the fact that you know the word and still trying to use it. Satiable. There's no "in."
There's no N in there's no extra N in insatiable.
There's not an "in" in it's the "in" at the beginning.
In the first one, in
insatiable. Okay. There's no more after that. And the only time that there's an "in," because if you were satiable, there'd be no "in." "In" is kind of functions as "un."
Gotcha.
Or "can't." That's all the "in," and intolerable, not able to tolerate.
I got you. I'm with you, my brother.
Inconsistent.
I know a little bit of English. Hey, it'll go the distance. I'll tell you that.
That's what I said. I appreciate you. And I said, okay, this brother's trying his new jacket on. He's trying to fit it, and I like that. And I'm just trying to help you out. I was just telling you, roll the sleeves up. They're insatiable. There's no "in."
Okay, I got you.
Satiable. It sounds funny, but
satiable.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. See, I think part of you, and I would have to be able to dig deeper in this part because this comes from somewhere. Part of you needs this internal conflict because you've just shown that you have the ability to say what you want, and even when it's not good things, and even when it's in a bad way, the person listened. If you tell somebody to get down or lay down, and they do it, something in you has to have the pride and say, "Hey, wait a minute. Hey, they'll listen to me." But instead, something in you says, "Yeah, even though I did it, that's a one-off. Yeah, okay, even if they did it again, well, I couldn't do it with what I want. I can only do it when I'm pissed." What if you did it and weren't pissed? What if you asked and weren't mad? What if it was just
straight off the bat?
Yeah, this is what it is. Like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not having to argue with you. I'm not even pissed. The reason I'm telling you is because this is what I want. Would it turn you on if you was able to tell a girl, "I want you to lick my taint right now," and she said, and just went and did it? Or would that turn you off because you think she was weak because you were able to tell her to do it?
No, it would turn me on.
Well,
I like a listening woman.
Well, it appears that it doesn't, because you can tell your woman. If your woman here's what you should think in your mind. The girl that you're with has tolerated you stepping out and hasn't stepped out on her own. You should ask yourself, why would this woman continue to tolerate me stepping out? But if I say, let's just have it to where I'm being quite open and honest about it, you'd be like, I can't deal with that. You don't think that would be an odd mindset for a woman? That she's open with you pretending to be faithful while knowing you're not. But if you just told her, I can't be, but let's see if we can structure this relationship around this. Because remember, you said you had boundaries, and your boundaries would be all I need is two.
But I've been faithful. She got me. She got me to change my ways, Tommy.
Yeah,
I
but that
haven't
was
even
out of
been
fear.
flirting as much. I don't even
That
flirt
was
as
out of
much.
fear. But you did this out of fear.
Mm.
You didn't say you did it out of love. You said you did. I'm listening to your own words. You did it out of fear, not love. You said she got you to be faithful. If she came to you tomorrow and said, okay, you can do whatever you want to this week, what would you say? No, I just lay up under you.
No, I'm not. I'm just,
So you're suppressing your behavior. And I will tell you this, one of the hardest things about a human being is if they're suppressing their behavior, why are they suppressing their behavior? Are they suppressing their behavior because they believe it's wrong? Or are they suppressing their behavior because they're doing it for me? You never want someone to suppress their behavior for you because they're doing it because they now like you. But what happens on the days when they don't?
it's a fact.
See, when I suppress my behavior for a woman that makes me happy, sure. But on the day she makes me mad, I'm going to go right back and do the thing I actually wanted to do in the first place.
And that happens a lot because I'll be like, I might as well go cheat and deal with this.
So that's why I'm saying, go ahead.
Sorry. No. I think the more faithful I've gotten, it seems like she keep harping on the past and she won't. It seemed like the worst treatment I've gotten out of it. So I'm like
give me some examples of some things she's done.
She, like I said, she always bringing up the Instagram thing from 2 years ago. I'm like, I didn't even do nothing in that situation. There was no. She's caught me doing actual things, but she keep bringing that up from like, I guess that's the last thing that she actually caught me doing. Like, okay, so I went to her house. We was going out for dinner. I got there at 8. She started getting mad. This is kind of crazy. I washed the clothes that I had on because I just keep washing it. So she really got mad and said I was being weird when that happened.
Yeah, if you wash the clothes you got on, why were you washing the clothes you got on? I'm curious. I'll ask. Why were you doing this?
Just make it easier for her. She was complaining about about washing clothes. So I just like
no. But what was wrong? Why did you need to wash the clothes that you had on?
I had a long day. It was a long day. I was working all day. So when I took it off, I threw it in the washer. Then I got in the shower.
And to her, that was odd behavior because you hadn't done that before, right?
I did it I did it a lot.
If you did it a lot, then why do you think she argued on this particular instance?
I think she was just looking for something to argue about.
What did she say?
She said, "You being weird. I don't even want to go on a date no more." And then I said,
so wait a minute. You washed those clothes because those were the only clothes you had, or did you have other clothes?
I had other clothes.
Okay, so you just came in the house and took your clothes off and threw them in the washer. And
I came in. I said hi, kissed her. She said, "You here? We were supposed to go out on 8:30. It was like 8:15. So I got to get in the shower real quick. I got in the shower, put the dirty clothes in the washer. I think I put it after I got in the shower. Put dirty clothes in the washer, wash the clothes, put it on the clothes I was going out with. It's like, that was weird. Why are you washing clothes? That's weird.
If you got there late, why would you have time to put a Tide Pod in there? You're seriously telling me that doesn't look weird to this woman? You're already late.
But
why would you have time to do this if we're already late?
We wasn't. I told her 8:30.
You do this when you got back home.
It took 10 seconds. I didn't understand why was that. I understood what she was thinking. Like, that's being weird. I know. I understood.
Let me say this to you. When you care about somebody that you've done wrong, you work so hard that they have to start telling you. You don't have to do that. Because you care. People who are really sorry, you don't have to tell them, I'm going to need you to do this to make me feel better. People who are really sorry start doing things because they don't want things to look wrong. They just do them naturally.
I shared my location with her. I said, you know what? Let me give you my location.
That's the same lie Ho told me. Let me listen. That is not how you can find out. Stop telling these damn lies. Let me tell you what you could have done. If you just leave your clothes there, she gets to, if she wants to search your pockets, she can. If she want to smell your dick, she can. And that'll make her feel better. But when you take something from her that maybe on that insecure day she needed because you were already late, what you did was enhance what was already going through her mind instead of taking it back a notch by I'm late, these clothes going on the ground, my phone gets staying out here, and I'm going to take a shower. And as a matter of fact, if you don't need me to take a shower, dear, I know we late. Do you want me to just go now? Do you want me to change? Let her tell you, change, or you're already late. This is what you got. Because she would have respected that. But you do this when you care about people because you know exactly what you've done to them and you know how on edge they are. I would tell a lot of y'all, when y'all are on edge in a relationship, leave that relationship because you're now dependent upon this other person to make you feel comfortable. And maybe even when they do things that that should make you feel comfortable, you won't because you're still on edge. So it might be best to just leave that relationship. Because what if that person does everything right for 6 months, but they slip on 6 months in one day? You're going to knock down everything that happened in the 6 months for the one day, correct?
That's exactly how it happens every time.
How you feel?
How do I feel when it happens?
I know I'm saying, is that how you feel that she does that? Like you'll have a run of good days, but it'll be something simple and it'll drag her back into what happened 2 years ago.
Oh my God. That's exactly how I feel that it does. Like
Talk about
everything would be good. Everything would be going fine. Something small will bring her back to that. I told you the Instagram thing. And it might be because, like you said, I never got her a chance to kind of resolve that issue or get to the bottom of it because I never answered the phone call. But yeah, every wrongdoing, she always goes back to that moment in time.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then.
I gotta put my phone on the charger because my camera goes
No, go ahead. And to talk to you guys in the audience, I will say this. Part of a relationship is you have to measure and weigh your happiness versus your unhappiness. If you are unhappy more days than you are happy, and I will tell you this, and happiness is not like this thing. I'm not saying just jump it up and down. If you feel insecure 30% of the time, it's too much. If you feel unhappy 30% of the time, it's too much. The purpose of bringing someone else in your life is supposed to be to offset a lot of things. Sure, we can argue about things that are happening currently. But if we're arguing about things that has happened or could possibly happen, you will never be happy. And it appears that you're arguing about two major things: what has happened or what you might be doing, correct?
That's a fact. And I think I think she's insecure more than she's not insecure. And I think you spot on. I think she's not happy because of that. I think every day that thing brings her back to that. And yeah, I think we might never get past it.
And see, that's when even when if you're coming to talk to me, I would always love as people have a really caring relationship or want to care. I'd rather have them as a couple to talk to them, because this is something you guys need to get past or you'd like to get past. And I'm going to tell you that even though she's bringing it up, it's probably something she wants to get past. It's just a trauma that happened to her, just like how you remember what happened to you at 14. Remember, that was 20 years ago. Well, what happened to her was just 2 years ago. So she got 18 more to catch up with you. And so it's difficult for her because she's still with the person. It would be difficult for you if you were still with that girl. You'd bring up what she did to you when she was 14, when you got insecure. Because you would say, and let me tell you why people, I want you to hear me. Let me tell you why people bring up what you have done. Because they want you to remember that even though you're telling me now you won't do this, You had told me before that you wouldn't do it, and you did it. I had believed that you wouldn't let me down, and you did. They want to remind you that your words were different than your actions. So now, how do I trust your words ever again when your actions let me down in such a way that you probably left this girl crying? You probably left this girl feeling like, what am I going to do? You probably had this girl questioning herself. What's wrong with me to where he won't be with me?
Mm. And she used to ask me that. She's like,
See?
"You really don't like me, do you?" She used to ask me that all the time. She don't ask me that anymore. Like that stopped.
Mm-hmm.
But she used to ask me that. Do you really like me? I don't think you really like me.
It's the worst feeling in the world for an individual to feel like I love you and you don't love me. I like you and you don't like me. I cherish you and you don't cherish me. I would not do, because in her mind, she's thinking, I would not do this to him. Why is he doing it to me? That's why having the conversation with a person, and I tell people all the time, hey, this is why they pay me the big bucks. I'm good at what I do. If I say a certain amount of things and you say, yeah, that's what so-and-so said. Yeah, that's what happened in our relationship. You got to ask yourself, how the fuck do I know that? Because I know people and I'm good at what I do because I pay attention and this is a serious job of mine. So I say to you, telling her the truth might be a problem. You don't feel like doing that because you don't know what she'll do. But you also just walked me down a woman who appears to stay with you in spite of the things you've done. So why do you believe that straight up saying this is what I'd like would run this person away, but doing what you've done hasn't moved them at all?
I think I think she's one. I think she's tired of it. To be honest, I
Oh,
think she is willing to walk away.
you think she's getting close to the point where she's about to dip?
Mhm.
Even though you believe that for the last 2 years, you've been faithful and trying to give her the type of relationship that she wants. Where do you think you've fallen short in the last 2 years? Let's not go with how good you've been. Where do you think you've fallen short?
Just being all the way up front and honest, because I know how she gonna react.
When you lie, what do you think they're about? What are the lies that you typically tell?
Um, the lies I tell, I'll say my YouTube channel. She really don't like the fact that I'm on the YouTube channel, so I had to tell her. Oh my, go ahead.
What offends her about you being on YouTube?
First, she don't like what I talk about, the red pill stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I got Aaliyah to be my co-host, she really didn't like that.
Did you explain to her
Because
that
she saw me.
Did you explain to her that Aaliyah has a man?
Yes,
Have you
and
shown
that
her
she's in New
Aaliyah's man?
York.
Oh yeah. Have you shown her Aaliyah's man?
No,
Oh well. Have you let her talk to Aaliyah?
no.
Why not?
Well, she can if she want to, but I
No,
didn't.
I said, have you let her? I
have
said, have
not.
you let her talk
I
to her?
have not.
And then I asked, why not?
She never asked to.
She should remember what did I tell you when you care about somebody if you've done them wrong? What did I say they shouldn't have to do?
Ask.
Yes, you should volunteer. When you volunteer things, it builds trust. When you volunteer something to someone, it builds trust. They don't have to ask. You volunteer.
And
You say something as simple as, hey, babe, I need a moderator when I'm doing these panel shows. Why don't you moderate it?
I should ask my girl that.
Because you know what that would do? She would now get to vet and be in the middle, and these people would know who she is. And that would make a woman feel good. See, a woman feels good when she feels, or a man, everybody feels good, especially if you've already done me wrong. Once I start being the center of things around you, it's harder for you to hide things. If I'm not the center of things around you, it's easy for you to hide them. You know this. That's why most men keep women at bay. because the farther I keep you away, the more I can do things and you won't know. If I open up things, if I open up my phone, if I open up my bank account, if I open up my car, if I open up my house, you know you lose control the more you open up things to someone because you cede control to them. Well, if you've done somebody wrong, they deserve that. If what you want to do is to make them feel comfortable. So you could easily tell your girl, hey, you do the show. I need some help. See, Liz, here's what her thought is. You got these other women to help you when I would have helped you. You got these other women.
Help though. I asked her to help me on the show. She don't want to. I told her to ask her to be a part of the show. I asked her to help me with this. She a shy girl.
When I just said moderate, and you said I ain't asked her that. This was your words, not mine. Y'all keep thinking I don't hear y'all when y'all speak, and I hear exactly what you say. I ask a question specifically so I can see what happens. And you said, well, I had to give you this whole thing of telling you, didn't I just tell you, you need to do this? You need to offer this. Now you're saying you did offer it.
Well, I think you asked if I offered her to speak to Aaliyah, which I did not offer. But I did offer to come on the I did offer her to come on the show and be a part of it.
I said moderate. I didn't ask you to come on the show. You can let anybody come on the show. She know that don't mean anything.
That's a fact.
There's no control over her being on your panel. That's no different than everybody else. She wants some control. Let her set. I bet you wouldn't tell her, hey, babe, I'm going to let you read my email. So, whenever people were trying to come on the show and things like that. Hell no, you ain't giving her access. Look, you up there shaking. Look at the mic in his hand shaking. I've asked him that. He's shaking. He said, oh, she listening.
No, she... And sometimes, yeah, you kind of right. Because when she be trying to go through my phone, I be like, no, you're not going through my phone.
Yes.
Because
hold on a second. Remember this. If you said for 2 years, I've been trying to go legit, trying to go straight. Well, the one thing a person who's trying to go legit, trying to go straight would do is, let's say you were a crackhead and you smoke crack. You like crack, don't you?
I don't like crack, my brother.
No, I'm saying, but you've done this and you're saying, I don't want to do it anymore. And I know the problems that me smoking crack has done. Whenever she feels insecure, what if you had this test right beside you that you could immediately say, I will test to show you I haven't done this? Because that would help her. That would help her feel secure, because sometimes you're going to act in certain ways and you're going to look like that addict that she remembered that she fears coming back. Well, you feel the same way about intercourse. You're kind of an addict to it. You don't know why, and that's will be something we would have to go down the road on another session. But you don't know why you're addicted to it. And there's something that allows me I can figure it out. That's my job. I would be able to figure it out. But there's something there that makes you like this thing. And there's something that makes her feel bad that you like it. It's something that makes you feel bad when you don't have it, because you've done so much to her. Even when you don't have it, she feels insecure. Now and you tell me if my overall picture of what's happening is wrong. You can jump in at any time. Sometimes now you feel bad because you say, well, hell, why have I gone this long without doing it? And she still think I'm doing it. I might as well do it. That is something that y'all's relationship is being stuck in this little circle. You feel like you're being faithful for no reason. She don't feel like you're being faithful at all, because every time you do something that looks like what you did before, she's going to attribute it to what you did before. Mm-hmm. So if you never do it, she's still going to remind you because you just did something that looked like it. But you do the same thing if you had a thief in your midst and your wallet was missing. The first person you think of when you didn't see your wallet would be that thief was in your midst. Now, you'd feel bad when you found out, oh, hell, here it is over here in the corner. Then you found your wallet. But you know the first thing you thought when that wallet was missing was that thief that you let come back did it.
That's a fact. And so, I had to have that.
So no. So I'm saying, so you're the thief. She likes you as a friend. She likes you as a relationship. She likes you as a relative, whatever it is. But every time something's missing, the first thing she's going to think is you stole it.
That's a fact.
And you have to be prepared if you're going to be in a relationship with her to know you're going to have to spend the rest of your life being a thief. Even
It's
if
like
you're
a
not
never-ending cycle. It's like a never-ending cycle.
An alcoholic has to do what in order to not drink for the rest of their life? What do they have to do?
Never drink.
Yes. And they have to always be on guard because they know as soon as they let down their guard, they could go right back to being an alcoholic. My Philip Seymour Hoffman was sober for 16 straight years. He fell off the wagon one day. He lost his life because he couldn't stop. He was clearing out his bank account. One day.
And my girl know I could fall off that wagon. That's she know.
You out these streets.
I mean, like this.
You out these streets.
I'm one step away. She get on my nerves.
And that's her fear because she knows how it felt when you did it. She feels insecure. She feels insignificant. It hurts. She likes you enough to where she's almost trying to protect you from yourself because she believes that you are willing to lose her. Whenever you do things to a person who loves you, they now know you don't love me. You don't because you're willing to lose me. Whatever's out in the streets, you care more. That it's the craziest feeling when you sit up there and you say, why is this person I love? Why are they choosing alcohol over our family? Why are they choosing these things that I don't believe are good? Because she doesn't think that they're good. Because if you think about it, apparently what you're out in the streets getting isn't enough for you to leave. You like it enough to have a good time, then you come back home. But it's enough for you to risk losing it. If she ever gets to the point where she has enough pride in herself and say, I don't want to deal with this, you will have to remember that you lost her due to something silly. A girl that you don't even like that. A girl that's kind of big and you didn't want her like that. A girl that you wouldn't be seen in public with like that. You just wanted to hit it. And that's what she feels. She says, I don't even think he liked them like that. I just don't think he likes me either.
But I like her now.
You said now.
I like her more. I love my girl. I like her more than I did back then. I told her she never asked the question anymore. She feels the love, Tommy.
Let me tell you something about now. It still hurts to that person because they know there was a time you didn't. And whenever something existed, we know it could exist again. You know how scary that is? That's what I just told you about the thief. If you've robbed me once, I'm afraid you'll rob me again.
Yeah, I'll put it through some shit. Yeah,
I know you've done it, and I know you have the capacity to do it. Listen to. I want you to play this back when you get a chance. When you go back, I want you to listen. That you almost said it with pride when you said, "Oh no, she hasn't done it. I don't think she'll do it." And I said, "Why not?" You said, "Because it's not in her character." You know how much pride a man has when he knows I didn't pick a hoe? That I can go out here and do something wrong, but I picked a good character person that cares enough about me through what I've done wrong. This is good. She's not that kind of person. It would be like if your girl said, you know what? No matter how mad he is at me, if I called him and said, my rent's due, he's going to help me out. She'll tell her friends that. Girls can brag about things the same. They will say, girl, no matter what it is, He got my back. He might cheat, but he do this. You were able to say, no matter what it is, I can say something that most men can't say. That my girl care enough about herself, even when I don't care about myself or her. She care about herself. Because I guarantee you, if she was taking you down that road, you wouldn't feel good at all. If she was taking you down the same road you taking her down, because like you said, how hard, let me ask you something. You said y'all do it 2 times a week. Does she seem like she enjoy it when y'all doing it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
So
she did tell me in the beginning when I was cheating, she used to say, I didn't like our sex.
Okay, but let hear me out. So if she likes it when y'all do it, that means she likes it. Which means she could just say, well, I can go get to somebody else. Because it'd be different if she was like, well, I do it with you. I don't even like it. I just do it because you asked. Then that would be like, well, it ain't impressive that she's not doing it with somebody else because she don't really like doing it. She only do it because you asked. But you're saying, no, she enjoys it.
Oh, yeah.
Which means she could enjoy it with another person. Hell, they can enjoy it with a rabbit. They can enjoy it with a what do you do?
She actually likes sex. Yeah. She actually
I'm saying. So she actually enjoys it. And she chooses.
Yeah, she actually like it more than me. She be like,
see?
Give me that dick.
See? So think about what it is that you have then. You have a girl that still cares about herself. She cares enough about herself that she doesn't allow herself to destroy herself. But she doesn't care enough about herself to stop you from doing it. That means she cares more about you than she cares more about herself. Something's going to happen if she realizes you care more about you than you care about her. Something's going to happen because she's going to say, you don't have my back. See, a lot of times people can excuse things you do wrong if they know you got their back. And she's going to start to feel like you don't have her back. And on that day when she starts to say, I can do better than this because I don't even do this to myself. Remember, she's not stepping out. You are. She ain't doing this to herself. She ain't adding to her body count. You are. She ain't adding to the ability that she might catch something. You are. What happens when she realizes, why the hell am I getting fat, but I'm not enjoying none of the food? Oh, you didn't hear me.
I'm going to send her this too.
Why the hell? Why the hell I got heart disease and I've eaten none of those trans fats? And when she realizes that on that day, not only is she going to walk away from you, but she's going to gain an immense hatred for you.
Mm.
And
I think that day might be here.
You don't want to see. Yeah, she's going to start hating.
I think that day is already here. It might be.
It might be that look in the morning when you wake up like, damn, I can't believe you. I hate that you woke up.
She might hate me.
While you sleep, she looking at you cross-eyed like that pillow.
I'll get one more example. She was arguing one day, and I was tired. I was tired of it. I said, I'm leaving. Here's your key. I'm not coming back. And she I was walking out the door and she came to the door like, what's that movie? What's that movie with Tyrese?
What, Baby Boy?
Baby Boy. She came to the door. She was like, I hate you. And she said, don't leave. So I came back and then we started and then we kind of made up, Tommy. And that's what made me feel like, okay, this girl really do love me.
Okay.
And yeah, but then we kind of got into it after that. So.
And what y'all get into it about?
The last thing. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, what I told you about the thing with the shower and me go take it. So I'll take the end of that story real quick. So she had attitude. I told her, I'm not taking you out and paying for this dinner if you're gonna have an attitude at the end of the night. So either you lose the attitude and I'll pay, or you can kind of talk crazy, but you paying for this dinner if you're talking crazy and you're gonna have an attitude anyway. You gonna pay. I said, this is kind of on some kind of a tangent. Why are we paying for their misery? It's like, why am I taking you on a date to be miserable at the end of it? It's not benefiting me.
Well,
For
then
me,
the
go ahead.
question should be not why am I paying for it, is why are we going? It doesn't matter who pays for it. If y'all are both, listen, you can buy me 10 dinners in a row. Unless I'm a food addict, I don't want to tolerate your bad company.
That's a
But you
fact.
are saying you would rather tolerate her bad company as long as you didn't pay for it. But my
I
question
really,
would be, why go in either one of you? Because I don't want to pay for your food, and I don't want to eat any of your food if I'm unhappy. I can't eat a
that's
woman's food if she and I aren't happy and she talking about here your plate. It's two reasons why I don't want to eat it. One, because I'm unhappy, and two, you might be poisoning me. I don't want to have nothing to do with none of that. You ain't gonna
that's a
poison me with a sad face. You gonna if you poison me, it's gonna be because you have a smile on your face. I got caught up then, but it's not gonna be that. And I don't understand how you're saying, well, my biggest problem was I'm not paying for the misery. But if you're miserable and you're living in it, sir, let me tell you, you're paying for it.
that's-
I'm good.
damn it, you got me. That was good. That's a bar, man.
It is. You're paying for it.
I'm paying for it one way or the other, Tommy. One way or another. I'm
Yeah.
paying for that misery.
Yeah, so
And
cut the misery, fix the problem, and that's one of the things that people don't do. I will tell you what happened to me. I was with this girl, and she had done something, and she's the girl who I was telling you about, who swore up and down. She's not lying about something dirty she did. And I just stopped and said, "You're with a person that can't help themselves.
Hmm.
If you stay with this person, it's no longer their fault. This person can't help themselves. They're willing to lie to you about something they're swearing up and down they never did." And I said, I'm the fool. And I stopped being mad at them. I have nothing bad to say to this chick. I haven't even thought I should say something mean to her. It's never crossed my mind since it happened. And I can't believe it, because before I was like, well, let me say some snide comments. Let me say, I have nothing to say to this person
that's
at
what I said.
all. And I'm telling you, when she gets to that point where she has nothing to say to you, you've lost her. When she doesn't care how you smell when you came home. When she doesn't care what if you don't text or not. That's when you're going to run into a problem. There's always a switch in everybody that it should be. There should be a switch in everybody that makes you say, I care about myself more than you don't care about me. I care about myself more than you don't care about me. Because a lot of us are being in relationships with people that we know don't care about us. And a lot of us are being in relationships with people we don't care about. If you're unhappy when they call you, if it take you a while to text when they text you, you're unhappy. You know what it was like when they used to text you and you was happy to see the text. When they hadn't text you and you wondering what's going on. When you keep looking at your phone waiting on the text. You know what it's like when they said, can you come over at 3 a.m? And you didn't care that you had to go to work. You went over. Now, we then got to the point where if they ain't text by 8, you sleep. If they don't text at all, you don't care. If when they do text, you look at it and go cook, take out the trash, clean the laundry, and then respond. Y'all have lost what it took to make y'all happy. That person should be your joy. You should be happy to see them. You should be happy to hear them. When they ring the doorbell, you should be happy. You shouldn't be able to wait until she go down in that covers and give you some head. Yes. You should be able to wait to where you even just hold this lady because she matters. You shouldn't be, you should want to tell her the truth more than you want to lie to her.
And I do.
That's when you know you love someone, that you'd rather tell them the truth and deal with the fallout than tell them the lie and deal with being a liar.
The crazy thing is, I think the dynamics changed. I think I'm happy to see her, hear her voice. I don't think she's happy to hear mine anymore.
CJ, I heard your voice break. Am I wrong?
A little bit.
I can feel it. Out of all the time I've been talking to you, that what I just heard from you is the thing that made me realize you are afraid now. And it's not afraid of you can't find better than her. I think you actually just showed that you were afraid of losing her. I could hear it. And one of the things that I hate that happens when I talk to people, but it is a cleansing thing. Typically, on the first time I talk to them, they will cry. And I tell them and I encourage them to cry. I cry with them. Because that cleansing thing that you do, you have to view it as the same thing that you do with your clothes, with your car, with your room. When you clean it, it becomes new. It becomes this thing that you're proud of. So you cleanse and you let it out because you have shown what I've been wondering if you would show this whole time. That you really do love this girl. Now, love has to be an action word. It's a verb. There are things you have to do. She needs to see this you. Fuck that red pill you online. Listen, I'm going to tell you what I tell me. I'd be red pill online. I ain't going to be red pill in my house. I can be one kind of father online. I ain't that father at home. Whatever make y'all happy and whatever make y'all think, that's great. But when you at home, when you find love, you make that love work, man, because let me tell you something. Being tough for us ain't now one of the red pill men online going to give you no hit. Okay, maybe some of them will, but you don't want it. Maybe some of them will, but you don't want that. But what you do want is when you find that love that makes you cleanse, that love that makes that rain come, that love that just happened right then, that was true. If it's worth keeping, you sit down and you write a plan out with that woman. You write a plan out of what you can do to stabilize this relationship. You sit down and you tell her everything that you just told me. You have a conversation with her and you say, I am afraid. I'm afraid that I've done too much damage, that maybe I can't come back. But I'm willing. Bold letters, I'm afraid. Bold letters, I'm willing. And you tell her where you're willing to go. You tell her what you're willing to do. Because if I stole $100 from you, I'm willing to give you 1,000 back, not your 100 back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get the analogy? I'm not giving you back what I took. Because I can never truly give you back what I took. Because when I steal from you, did I just take that $100? Or did I take your peace of mind? So giving me back $100 would never give me back my peace of mind. You took her peace of mind. You give her back that. And you let her know, I'm afraid, but I'm willing.
Yeah, I must do what I can, Tommy. It's tough, man. I think I'm in a tough spot.
That's what happens. In most of the tough spots we're in, they're self-inflicted. You have to remember, it's self-inflicted. No one made you do it. You did it. But alas, as long as you still are attached to her in some kind of way, like Spider-Man, even though they breaking the webs, he shoot another one, don't he? And if it looked like they breaking through the webs, he shoot a bunch at once. If you want to keep your connection to that woman, shoot as much white stuff as you can at her face.
I'm shooting as much as I can, my brother. As much as I can.
I'm sorry, that didn't sound right, y'all. There's got to be a better way I can say that. If you know what I mean, just do what you need to do because you're already connected. don't lose that connection. Let her know how much that connection means to you. If you say you believe this girl loves you as much as where she took what she took, all she wants you to do is do that. I promise you, that's what she's waiting on. You just don't know how to do it because you think it makes you look weak. You think doing that would then make her. Let me tell you what your fear is. That when you give all to her, she will then use it because you said in it earlier. Everybody's manipulating and everybody's doing something dirty. You don't want to be vulnerable to where you kick everybody out your life and then she go step out. You're afraid and you need to tell her that. Remember, I'm afraid, but I'm willing. Write it down. I'm afraid, and you tell her everything you're afraid of. At the end of each show, at the end of each therapy session, I tell the person, here's your homework. I give you homework, and I need you to do the homework. Your homework at the end of this is the end of the session. Your homework, CJ, is to do that. I'm afraid, bold black letters. And underneath that, you need to tell her every fear you have that is caused by this relationship or that's caused by you being in what would look like as a stable relationship. And then under that, I'm willing. You need to walk down what you're willing to do because as you were letting that rain come down and you were cleansing this area, you have to be truthful not only to her, but the biggest person you need to be truthful to is you. Because you cannot say something that you're willing to do that you're not willing to do. Do not manipulate this person at this point. Do not say something that you think they want to hear. Say something that you're willing to do. Hence, it says, I'm afraid, not her fear. Screw her fear. You're only talking about your fear. I'm willing to do, not that you are doing what she wants. You're doing what you can. It's easier to do what you can than to do what someone else wants. Let her know what you can do and how it will build her up, how it will build y'all up, how it will make y'all stronger, how you understand that, yes, a broken leg is really horrible. But sadly, a lot of times the leg becomes stronger after the leg is broken because of the calcification. A lot of people don't know that. The leg bone, oddly enough, becomes stronger after the calcification. Tommy John surgery, if y'all look this up, it used to be a death sentence for a pitcher. Now Tommy John surgery, when the people come back from Tommy John, they actually throw the ball harder. No one would have ever believed that. You convinced that girl that, you know what, there's not only going to be a day where she forgets what you've done, but she's not even going to believe you did it. She going to think it was another nigga she was talking to, not you. I'll leave you with this last analogy. You ever seen the movie The Man Behind the Man in the Iron Mask? Leonardo DiCaprio was playing two versions of himself, supposedly twins. Do you know why this story happened? Do you know why this story exists?
No, sir.
Because the king changed so much. He went from being such a bad guy to such a nice guy that history couldn't explain it. So they believe it must have been two different people. It's not true that they were twins. The only way they can explain that he changed so much is to believe that there was a second one. You can be a different person, but only if you want to. So that's your homework. I'm gonna need you to do that for your homework, and I want to check your homework. I give you 6 days to do the homework. You'll send it to me in Telegram. I'm dead ass. I don't play when if people don't do their homework, I don't let them talk to me again because I know you didn't take it seriously. I can keep your money. That's your homework. I'm afraid, but I'm willing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What would you like to say to end this off? Because I really appreciate the fact that you gave me the time and that you allowed me to do this publicly.
I appreciate the time, Tommy. I appreciate everything. I'm gonna talk to my girl. I think I should show her this, maybe.
You should.
And Thank you
You
again.
could. I don't know if you should. I don't know if that. I mean, you could.
Yeah. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Sometimes it might be a good thing. Sometimes it might not be. I just tell you, hey, look, you could.
I
Nothing
appreciate
wrong
it.
with nothing wrong with that.
And I told you I can't control my tear ducts sometime, so that happens.
Oh yeah, I believe it's probably you probably got some hay outside. That's probably what it is. Little allergies. You know, I feel you on that.
That's what it was. That's what it was, my brother.
Exactly.
Thanks again, Tommy.
I appreciate you being here, brother. And I tell you what, I appreciate somebody else. Not only is this show sponsored by my man CJ. CJ, you did so good that my people at Rumble Wallet wanted to sponsor it as well. They did. They came in the last and said, we hear a lot about crypto, and what the part that most people miss is that crypto was created so that you could actually own your own money. And after the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to the banks. So instead of the bank holding your money and delaying your transfers or limiting access, you were in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt the problem. Now, fast forward to today where everybody's heard of crypto. I know all of y'all have heard of it. I know many of y'all have heard not only crypto, but other types, other forms of crypto other than Bitcoin. But getting started feels crazy. And it surely feels crazy to put your money behind something that you think is unstable. Well, you guys should go and try Rumble Wallet. That's exactly what it was created for. It takes out all the complexity of it and makes it simple. Choose what you want, from Bitcoin to dollar-backed stable coins to even digital gold, which is backed by gold. No complicated setup, and it connects to this thing called MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, and bank card or whatever and be running in minutes. Once you set it up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creator like myself or your favorite YouTube creator like my man CJ. And you can do this now by scanning the QR code right there on Rumble, or click the link in the description box for the Rumble Wallet. And from there, you can tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about Rumble and hearing about crypto to owning it. Rumble Wallet. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. I can't wait to see you Thursday as well. Let them know what you're going to be doing Thursday and what time you're going to be there.
Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We should have a fantastic show starring Tommy. We got a couple great guests coming on. And I look forward to seeing y'all there.
All right. Y'all listen, do me a favor. You might not come and join me. You may not come and want me to be your psychologist. And I can understand that, especially with what you might think of me. But I want you to remember that if you broke your leg, you go to the doctor. If you broke your arm, you go to the doctor. But for some reason, we don't believe that if there's something wrong up here, that we should go to someone to help us. Take your mental health seriously, because as you can see, many people are losing out on life because of what's going on here. I will always bring up this girl who was one of the most beautiful women I'd ever seen. The young lady called Hayden Panettiere, one of the most beautiful women, but she was gone up here, and she would not get and here's the difference also. Just because you are getting the help, you must receive the help. People can tell you anything in the book, but as I told CJ at the beginning, I can only give him tools. I cannot fix him. If y'all see a change in CJ, do not attribute it to me. Attribute it all to him, because that's how much it'll take to change. It'll take all of him, none of me. Go get the help. And for those of you who might want to talk to me, you can go to my website, or you can find me anywhere. You can book a session at booking@yourworldmyviews.com, but all of that stuff is online. I don't care if you don't come to me. I just want you to go somewhere. Take your life back. It starts here. Good night.